After the draw against Manchester City, Real Madrid returns to La Liga competition. This time, Los Blancos visit Mallorca's stadium, a team that will fight to avoid relegation. This is a crucial match for Real Madrid to try to win La Liga. Here is our coach, Carlo Ancelotti.
What match are you expecting tomorrow against Mallorca? This is a team that recently played in the Copa del Rey final and continues to show good form this season.
What match? Well, we know it will be a difficult match, competitive, and will demand a lot from us. They are a team with a very strong collective commitment. So we expect it to be an intense match. We will try to match the same commitment they will have.
You will play 3 matches in 9 days, risking the team's season. Tomorrow is a very important match for La Liga, but also with Manchester a few days later. Will you make many rotations for tomorrow's match? Militao and Rodrygo have not trained with the team today.
Rodrygo has not trained because he received a knock yesterday. But everyone in the squad is fine and will be available for tomorrow's match. And everyone is physically fine. Our priority now is tomorrow's match. It's true that this week is crucial for us, but it's the same for other teams this week as well. We have the same confidence we had a few days ago. We know that tomorrow we will have a crucial match to try to win this league.
It's been 8 months since Militao got injured with Real Madrid. But do you think Militao could start the match tomorrow?
I will repeat the same answer I just said. Everyone is available for tomorrow, and I will field the best possible team. That includes Militao.
When the Bernabeu crowd sees Modric warming up, they applaud him. He scored a great goal against Sevilla, and in the last match, he changed the rhythm of the game. He has more of a super sub role now than a starter role. Is age the reason for this role, or do you see him the same as always?
I am seeing him now even better than before in terms of his physical condition, and he is very well. He shows it every time he enters the field of play. It's the same whether he starts or comes off the bench. At this moment, he is in very good physical condition.
Since coming to Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham has received a lot of praise. But after the match against City, he has been criticized for the first time. How is he? What is your opinion of his game? Do you think his competitive rhythm has been affected because he has recently played fewer matches?
It seemed to me that what Bellingham has lacked are goals. It's something that was a surprise months ago. But the fact is that he scored 20 goals in the first half of the season. Now he's doing his job as a midfielder. Let's remember that he is not a center forward. He has reduced his goal numbers, but his performance has not decreased. Bellingham has played for his national team, played against Athletic Club as well, so I don't think he lacks anything. He may lack scoring goals, but that will come sooner or later.
Have you been thinking about the last Champions League match?
No. I have an opinion on the match, as everyone has theirs. The good thing about football is that there are no universities for it, so anyone can have an opinion. But the bad thing is that there are no graduation exams. If I take a medicine exam, they would say, you have to study and come back in a few months to try again. In football, it's not like that, and it's good that everyone can have an opinion and make their own analysis of the match.
Can you share your thoughts on Nacho's season so far? How is he right now?
Nacho has played many games and has been a very important player for us because he is Nacho. A very reliable player, so although if you play many games, you can also make more mistakes. But despite this, he remains a player who inspires a lot of confidence He has a lot of experience and personality. He has been a very useful player, has been useful, and will continue to be so for the next games.
What score would you give yourself in reference to a university exam after the Champions League match? We saw you spend 5 minutes talking to Pintus during training. Did you talk about the last match or maybe about Bellingham?
We haven't talked about that. The data regarding physical performance after the match is good. We have done many sprint distances, so physically we are fine. The truth is that in the second half of the last match, we slowed down the pace, but another factor was that we had a 2-1 lead at that time. But physically, the team is very well, and we don't have any problems in this regard. About the football university exam, yes, I could take it, and I'm sure I can. And I would pass that exam.
During the Champions League match, we saw Rodrygo on the left and Vinny in the center. Rodrygo told us that this is something they had trained in the days before. Do you plan to continue with this formation?
Yes, it is an option to continue with this. Regarding this, Vinny is very humble because he understood that this formation could be good to help the team. And he played in the center. He also understood that playing in the central forward area, he has more chance to score with fewer touches. It's just to make a quick move to have the opportunity, and that is something he does very well. But to make this decision, I have talked to both of them, and they agreed.
You have talked several times about suffering, happiness, and relief. You who have won in the 5 major European leagues, in which one have you been happiest?
Happiest? I am happy here at Real Madrid because the city of Madrid is fortunate to have this nice weather, nice people, you know, and especially because they have Real Madrid.
What do you think about the fact that the big stars of European football have such a low level lately, like Mbappe, Haaland, and Bellingham?
Well, wait a minute. Here is where we need to be a bit more patient. It may be that at this moment, the big stars during this first leg of the quarterfinals have not shown their maximum level. But there is still another match to go, and we better watch out. Right? Be careful with Haaland, with Mbappe, and with Bellingham.
Mallorca comes from playing a Copa del Rey final, and Real Madrid is playing in the Champions League. How does this mentally influence the match tomorrow? Do you think this distracts from tomorrow's match?
Honestly, I don't know how the defeat affected Mallorca's team, but I suppose it won't affect them in any way because they have the opportunity to avoid fighting against relegation as soon as possible. We will also fight, as I said before, this match is crucial for us to try to win La Liga as soon as possible.
Tchouameni will be available to play tomorrow, but not on Wednesday. He has played several matches as a central defender, and now that Militao is back, do you still consider Tchouameni as an option for central defense?
We have come to understand during this time that Tchouameni can play very well in that position. So that represents another resource we have, but we consider that he is a defensive midfielder.
You have said that you don't rule out using Militao as a starter to play against City. Don't you think it's a bit rushed to play him as a starter against players like Haaland from City or Modric from Mallorca, knowing that he hasn't played for 8 months?
Yes, this is something that has crossed my mind, and we have to think about it carefully. But fortunately, he is in very good physical condition because he has worked hard for it. If I see a player in good condition, I don't pay much attention to the minutes they have or haven't played. For example, I started Khedira in a Champions League final, who hadn't played a single minute for a long time. And that's because I saw him in good shape. Obviously, Militao won't play the full 90 minutes because playing 90 minutes is complicated. But I believe he will do well for a good part of the match, and without a doubt, Militao will do well.